must not do that. You must not touch me. I touch you. And I live. My father would not believe that. I don't care about your father. Let me be. I will take you to my father. He must see that you are nothing but a white squaw. That you cannot help the children. Presence here on this mountain of our dead is a shame and a desecration. Get away from me. I don't care about your superstitions. Stand up for me. I know what would happen in your village. You would kill me. I would kill you here and now. Put it down. I said put it down. Who are you? Help me.
Of black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody.
We are in a state of emergency. Tragedy. Wrote a song about it, like the hit. Here it goes. Freedom.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Such as cleanings, oral exams, and x-rays too. There are no exclusions for pre-existing conditions and no age requirements.
Miss Bear is going to visit me, Grandpa.
Is that so?
Tonight.
And you get to choose from a large network of dentists and specialists at over 295,000 locations nationwide. So call Humana now at the number on your screen or visit us online at humanadental.com. And we'll send you this free personalized information kit at free quote. Humana also has vision plans with payments starting at $15.
To bring out a perfect harmony, Terry Ellis becomes the first of the divas to offer the world her singular sound. And she does just that on Fun
It's free, and there's no obligation. You can't be turned down. So call Humana now, and we'll help you find a plan for the whole family. Or visit us online at humanadental.com.
Come on then.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
Assemble the people. We know we just need to test guys. Doctor solutions.
Including how you can save money and see if you're eligible for extra benefits. Let's welcome Rhonda, a licensed insurance agent and spokesperson for seniors with Medicare.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Okay, tell us more about these Medicare plans.
With a Medicare Advantage plan, you may be able to save money and receive additional benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage. Anyone on Medicare can call for a free benefits review. You don't get additional benefits automatically, so call to see if you're eligible.
We are hearing from folks on fixed incomes who are worried about healthcare costs and out-of-pocket costs.
That's the best part. Medicare
Okay,
Advantage plans
thank you for donating to my uncle Taalik. I appreciate it, and I know that my family appreciate it because he's been on our lives for years now. So, yeah, and I just want to say thank you because, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we love you guys. Bye. Bye.
All the benefits available to you. We're providing a
He's forever and always.
viewers on your screen now. Our agents will help
He's
you
forever and always.
for a newer plan that might give you extra benefits.
He's forever and always.
Just call the number on your screen now to find out if you're eligible to save money and get additional benefits like free hearing aids, free eyeglasses, and free rides to medical appointments. You may also be eligible for $0 monthly premiums, $0 deductibles, or no copays. There's no obligation to enroll. Medicare benefits. Don't get your benefits automatically.
You're never gonna get it. Never ever gonna get it. No, you're never gonna get it. Never ever gonna get it.
The great white warrior.
I ordered this book, God is on Trial. I ordered this book from Amazon, and I must say I read it. It's very well written, very thought-provoking.
Anyway, I'm done. So, don't expect me to be on YouTube all the time, and because none of you are helping me out. I have to go to work every day. I have to go to work, to make money, and none of y'all are dropping me $5 or nothing in my Cash App or nothing. So don't expect me to come on here making videos all the time, but that's not gonna happen. Like I said, it takes a lot of energy to come on here and talk and make videos and put together, presentations, and all of that takes time and energy. Don't expect me to come on here talking and carrying on.
Hey, my brother, I had to call you and thank you personally again. I cannot describe to you how happy I was to meet you in person, Myron. That was just amazing.
of black people. It's all about the unity and nothing they can do with us.
We are in a state of emergency. Prejudice. Wrote a song about it, like to hear it? Here it goes. Free your
Operation Exodus, Mississippi.
Daughter Ruth, born August 3rd, 1840. Wife died 1846. Ruth Halverson.
You heard my name?
The white buffalo is a myth.
Hey, how you doing?
Howdy, partner.
Howdy.
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, I'm sitting here thinking about what I'm gonna say.
All right. Well, I hope that you got it down in here somewhere, because I want to talk about a little something else right before we get to because that's the topic that I've chosen for this video. Is that post? That was some dynamite stuff.
I know. And I'm gonna tell you how I was inspired. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what I want to discuss before we get to the middle of the Oreo cookie, because I got something right here I want to start off with. Then we want to get to the middle of the cookie, then get to the last part here. What I wanted to talk about real quick was, and of course, for those who are just joining us, this is the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I'm your host, the Mighty One, Angel Snub 7, and here's my co-host on my platform here, the ever wonderful and beautiful, intelligent, and author, our sister Noble Levine. Now, with that out the way, it's very simple. This is Black History Month, and I always tell people I could be wrong. I never say, oh, I'm the ultimate authority on truth, the ultimate divine. I don't say all that type of stuff. I could be wrong. Now, just like anybody else, I am loyal to whatever I believe in or my opinion. But I'm open-minded. I'm listening to you. And if you can show me, and I'll tell you, just because it looked like I'm rejecting what you're talking about, don't mean I'm doing that. It's just that I have to let it simmer. You know, sometimes it takes things a while before you have to analyze things. So I'm not the ultimate truth or nothing like that. So I'm always, how do they do this? They go, Soul Brother 85, and they go, how do they do this? I don't know. They always right here with us. I don't know how they do it. They right on the money. You know? He say on a deacon break. It's all good. It's all good. I wish we had 100, 200 more. Oh, there go AB. All right. All right. So we say we had to come back from the chicken shack. Oh man, it's wonderful, wonderful. I appreciate it. Sister Nova, appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, brothers, for joining us. I don't know where the sisters is at. Sister got to get their beauty rest, I guess. You know, they can't.
Or they at work.
Yeah, they work. But you know, it's according to what job you got. A lot of these people, they can screw around on their telephones now and do their job. You know, when I'm driving, you know, I can drive and I can be on the internet, whatever, as long as I have a connection. But I'm moving. I can get my internet. I lose connection. So, yeah. Let's get this party started. I just want to talk about this. This is Black History Month. Black History Month. And like I said in my prior video, you know, this word black is very confusing because if it's Black History Month, that means it's not specific to us. We who are born here in America, the so-called once called Negro. It does not. It means anything related to black. You know, black people, and that's confusing because we're supposed to be black people, part of the black race. How can see? I use this as an example. Bird is the species. There's no species of animal called bird. You got robins, ostriches, chickens, or whatever. You don't have a species from bird called bird. So if we black people, how can we be part of this? I mean, what are we? Because black people is all over the world. It could be almost anybody, Africans, Jamaicans, whoever. What are we then? Because we can't just, because black people would be the species or the race. So what are we then? I guess the Negro, I guess, you know. But so this is Black History Month. If that's the case, then Black History, this means this covers all black folks, anybody with melanated skin all over the world. But it's supposed to be based upon Negro History Week, started by Carter G. Woodson, which did not include all this other stuff. Negro History Week was about us, and that's what I'm about here. I'm about us. It's nice to know about others, but I want to know about us. Because that's why you don't have no pride in us. You so worried about what others do. What the Africans did 5,000 years ago and what other people, that's not no concern of mine. My concern is us. So if Black History Month is founded upon Negro History Week, is supposed to be about us, then I want to know about us, the so-called Negro, the so-called African American. We need to take that African out because we don't know about no African for real. We might have that in our bloodstream, which many of us do, but we don't have nothing to do with that. They do not talk about us in their history. To my knowledge, no African nation, they do not. That's why they come over here and act funny with us and don't view us as relatives and things. They view us as some kind of foreign whatever, because they are not taught in their history about some long lost uncle, long lost relative or whatever living in America. They're not taught that. They are taught African history, their nation, Ghana, Congo, Somalia, whatever. That's what they are taught. They're not taught about no African American. Africa is a continent. What people you talking about that's lost in America? Because at one time you could be specific, but those people no longer exist there. This people here, we're descendants, and we transform into something totally different than what they originally was. We have no connection to them. So in order for us to be connected to Black History Month or history of the people around the earth, these melanated people, we have to have a connection to them. And we don't have that. Our ancestors, those of whom we originated, that caused us to come into being, they had it. We don't. The only thing we ever know is America. That's all. We never been to Africa. or Jamaica or none of these other places. We only know America. And we only know living with white people. We never live with no other people except white people. That's all. We never lived in China. We never lived in Hong Kong. We never lived in India. We only lived here, right here with these Peckerwood. That's all we ever known. Going on 500 years. Now, our ancestors that you might have experienced that. That's not us. That's you talking about 500 years down the pike. And once you get away from the source, you're no longer what that was. All kinds of DNA is going through our vein. Well, not all kinds, but we know, okay, some Africans is there. You know, people from Africa, some people from the islands, some people, Native Americans, and of course, the good old Peckerwood. And that's what we are. And that's why you can't take one specific man, one specific woman. Hey, how you doing? And you cannot say this Negro looks like the average American Negro, because our variety is so different. You cannot take this is a Negro female and this is the average one. No, because our gene pool has made us so versatile. We're tall, we're short, we're big, we're fat, big noses, small noses, thin lips, big lips. We can look like almost anybody. When it comes to skin color, some of us are passing for white, and they will never tell you that because they love where they at. I know I'm white. And you know, some of these people they talk about pass for white, they like light-skinned Negroes to me, but they out there somewhere passing for white. But we can pass for white. Hell, some of us can pass for Asian. Some of us, our look. I've seen some of us pass for Asian. We got so much crap going through our veins. But the point I want to make, and Sister Noble, she can, if I'm in error, she can teach me. Anybody in the chat room, y'all can teach me if I'm off base here. This is supposed to be about us. This History Month. It's not about Egypt. It's not about what they did in Timbuktu. It's not about what they did in Africa. It's about us. And hell, a lot of us, we don't even know the amazing thing that we've done in this country, even living in oppression. We've done some amazing things. And we need to know these things. And maybe if you understand the strength and the might who you are, maybe you wouldn't be tripping off what Africans done and the pyramids and all this. I don't trip off that stuff because see, all that's old news. You are in a position, you are alive. And you could do something better than the pyramids. You could do something better. That history is over and done with. It's been written and there's a period at the end. There's no period for us. We are alive now in this time. And our history can be greater than theirs. And the reason why we talk about the reason why we want to know and embrace all these other histories, because we don't have no knowledge of ourselves, living in this America, what our people have done here in this country. We really don't know. And we think that is nothing. So you mean to tell me, I just watched a show on Bounce TV about Dr. Charles Drew. And he was the one, the brother, I think he was the one that first did the first heart transplant and blood transfusion. That ain't nothing. Really. Nobody else on the earth was doing that until this brother, this soul brother done that. And now you getting blood transfusions or whatever all over the world because of him. A man with his origin that came from the slave plantation. And you just look over there like that ain't no. Then you got a brother, what's his name? Whoa, it was on the tip of my tongue. But this brother invented the machine to put your shoe together. Machine to put your shoe together. Nobody was doing that until he done it. Invented this patent, this machine to put shoes together. And you just look over there like that ain't nothing. But your Negro ass go out and buy Jordans every week or whatever. And he's the reason why you're able to do that, because he invented how to put that shoe together. It's so many. And then there's a lot of things that we've created that the cracker Peckerwood stole from us. Like the cotton gin. the cotton gin, talking about Eli Whitney, it comes to mind, they say a slave invented the cotton gin. Why would Eli Whitney care about that when he didn't have to pick the cotton? But a slave like, dog, I'm tired of picking this cotton out. There's got to be a better way. This is a lot of work. And he ain't got nothing else to do anyway. He played around and created this machine. And you don't think that's nothing. And now, of course, once you get the basic foundation, people have expanded on it. And now you got these machines that do all this work and picking different fruits and whatever based upon, because this man, this slave invented a way to pick cotton. You don't think that's nothing. I heard a black man is the one, when you go down the street and you got a red, green, and yellow light, black man did that. Invented the stoplight. Slow your ass down because you're crazy as hell. Bring some order to traffic. But all these things don't mean nothing. Oh, the pyramids, well, them people dead. Their nation don't even exist. They don't even exist. What's so special about all that? It's nice to know. They didn't have a cotton gin. They didn't have no cars. Black men was building cars like on a factory type basis before the cracker was. So it's a lot of things that we did right here in this country. And remember, we doing all these different things, getting lynched, getting raped, murdered, discriminated against, put in prison. We doing all this again in oppression. Can you imagine what we can do once we annihilate those things from us? If we're able to do all these great things in a environment of oppression, can you imagine what we can accomplish, what we can do? And there's no oppression. Now, I'm never going to tell you life is a bed of roses. Life is not a bed of roses. But we are living in an unnatural environment. We are under a stress that we shouldn't have to be upon. This is man-made, unnatural stress. Because even a damn deer get a break. You know, ain't no wolves or nothing like that constantly after no deer trying to eat them. They get a good break. You know, it's not. So, but see, because our situation is unnatural, 24 hours a day, we are under attack. Physically and mentally, in some kind of form. We are getting bombarded by our enemies living in this country. And this is a fact. Brothers say that a black man invented the lawnmower. Yeah, I just saw that somewhere. Yeah, brother invented the lawnmower. I mean, here we are doing all the work. Of course, you would think we would come up with ways, got to be an easy way. Because I know when I was on my job and they had me doing certain things, I'm like, it's got to be an easier way than this. You're doing all this damn work. One that's doing all the work gonna find a way. It's got to be an easy way because they don't want to be doing. You don't want to be doing all that heavy ass labor. A person laying around on the beach smoking some weed ain't gonna never invent nothing to make nothing easier for you. He's not doing no laborious work. So it got to be a lot of stuff that we are giving credit to, the peckerwood or whatever, and even the light. The light. They said that they are finally admitting that what's his name? Who's the one to get the credit for the light bulb? What's his name? Anyway, Cracker Boy. I just said Cracker Boy. Anyway, I don't keep up with these people's names. But anyway.
You talking about Thomas Edison?
Yeah, Thomas Edison. Yeah, that's the thing. That the stole. Who knows how many inventions he done stole? I heard he even stole crap from he stole what? People.
He stole what? He stole something else.
Yeah, he stole not only things from black folk, he stole from his own people too, inventions. But they finally saying, yeah, right, absolutely. It was a brother that created the filament to keep the light bulb on. A light is no good unless it stay on. So Thomas Edison came up with the concept, maybe. That's questionable too, because these people lie and they steal. But we know that it's a brother that found the filament to keep it on. And so now, because of a brother And they say they had light in ancient Egypt. I saw you, Sister Noble. You had a video on one of your old posts talking about Egypt and a light bulb or something like that, something to that effect. But guess what? It must have didn't stay on. Not like what we got today. They didn't have electricity like we got today. And here we are, foaming at the mouth about what other people did, and our ancestors have done. I mean, this is Black History Month. Why don't you take the time to really learn and understand what we was able to accomplish right here in America under oppression? Even under the crap that we live in, we had 13 senators, Republican senators, and we were still being raped and murdered and all that type of environment. We still was able to get to the point where we had representation in the Congress. Republicans, not Democrats. Because Democrats have a history of kicking your ass. They never liked you and still don't like you. It's always been the Republicans. But now in 2021, they all the same. You know, actually, the Republican Party was invented to basically aid the Negro that's ex-slave. That's what it was created for. But of course, that was a long time ago. They don't care about their principles. It's all about money now, all about booty, all that type of stuff. Yeah, you know, so give me some booty. Yeah. I don't. And when they talk about give me some booty, it ain't always talk about no woman either.
I know.
They ain't always talk about no woman.
Yep.
You know, child booty,
yep.
Man booty.
Yep.
You know, and in some cases, dog booty. You know.
Yep, they do that too.
These some freaks. They
do that too.
Hey, they don't come out at night no more.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to put that out there because, you know, I want something for me. I'm tired of sharing and caring for other folks. Somebody I went to the African. How can I love them? How can I care about other people and I don't care about myself first? Let me love me for a change. I'm tired of loving white folks, tired of loving Chinese, tired of loving everybody around the world. Love all, you know, because when you growing up in the church, you got to love everybody.
Yep. That's what they tell you.
You got to love everybody. Love. Blow kisses to everybody. Welcome to Reality Temple. I love everybody. I love her. Sick of loving everybody. I want to love my own. Learn to love myself for a change. How can you love everybody when you don't even love yourself? Love Africans, but you don't even love your mama because your mama owe you $5 from last week, and now you're mad at your mama because she won't pay you $5, but you in love, so in love with some Africans 6,000 miles away that ain't gave you a damn dime. Don't do nothing for it. And they don't care about you like that. That's your imagination. As long as you go to Africa with some money, wherever you go, if you got some money, people love you to death. Go there, don't have nothing in your pocket, just some lint, and see how you get treated. Here go this guy again. Anyway. So I just wanted to bring that up because if I'm wrong, if I'm in error, please let me know. I want to look. That's what this channel is all about. Loving us. I'm tired of referencing other people or whatever. What about us? What about me? What can I do? I'm tired of talking about what other people did. What can you do that because you're not doing nothing with your hands. You want to talk about history, but you don't want to make history. Because when people making history, they don't have time to be talking about what other people did. I'm making history myself with my hands, with my brain. So this Black History Month, as far as I'm concerned, it's about us. And I'm learning about us. And that's all I want to know is about us. So on that note, in the middle of our conversation here, unless Sister Noble if you wanted to say something on Black History Month real quick, if you want to.
Well, you know, I don't really engage all that much, you know, about, you know, Black History Month. I don't really engage all that much about it because you know, I mean, what's the point? I mean, are we gonna use this month to liberate ourselves from the system of racism and white supremacy? You know, what's the point of Black History Month? Because we're still slaves, economic slaves, but you know, nonetheless, we're still slaves in this country. But you're a different type of slave. You're an economic slave, you know. You know, you don't have the chains around your neck, but you're still a slave. Okay? You still have the mind of a slave.
Yes.
And that's why I really don't engage all that much when it comes to Black History Month, because what is the point of it all if you're not going to use this month to liberate yourselves from the system of racism and white supremacy?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, like all other days, I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate Easter. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day that's coming up on the 14th. I feel like Black people are focused way too much on things that they should not be focused on. Okay, I feel like Black people are way too focused on things that are not going to bring us liberation at all from the system of racism and white supremacy. And I'm talking about spirituality. I'm talking about spirituality. I'm talking about ancient traditions. You know, I'm talking about ancient, you know, traditions. I'm talking about, you know, everything that has nothing to do with liberation at all. Okay. And I got to talk about my post, my Facebook post that I put up last night, and how it, you know, how it was inspired. Well, first of all, I was inspired to write the post after I recently went on somebody's website and saw all this information on healing for the mind and body, and detoxing and different products, you know, to heal the mind and body, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking to myself, the reason why most people are not well, why most people are just not well emotionally, mentally, or physically, and why you are sick and dying, a lot of you are dying slowly. Why a lot of you are dying at very young ages is because not only are you dying because of your lifestyle choices, but you are working yourselves to death. A lot of you are on these jobs. You got 2 or 3 jobs trying to make ends meet, and you're working yourselves to death. You're putting yourselves through a lot of stress, because you're trying to make ends meet, because you don't have the resources. You don't have the resources. Many of you just don't have the resources. And therefore, you have to work these jobs because they got you enslaved. Basically, they got you enslaved under debt, under all these bills. Okay. And you may be making $12 an hour, but your rent is $1,500 a month. $12 an hour is not a lot of money. When you have to pay rent that is $1,500 a month. And some of you need a car to get back and forth. You need a car, a vehicle, depending on where you live, you know, especially in places like Atlanta, and California, and Illinois, and Chicago. And you need transportation. I mean, reliable transportation to get around, to get to your job, so you can earn the money to pay rent that may be $3,000, especially in places like Chicago. And, you know, it's good to know how to cleanse your body. It's good to, you know, it's good to know how to relax your mind and you know, basically bring your stress levels down. It's good to know all this information, but you're still not liberated. You're still in a system where you have to work yourself to death just to eat, just to pay the rent, just to be able to pay your bills. You're still living in a system where you have to go to work, whether you want to or not. You have to go to work or you won't eat. You won't be able to survive in this society. Okay? You're working yourselves to death, and then you're trying to do all these other things to mitigate the damage that you're doing to your own body. Okay? Because you're basically working yourself into an early grave. A lot of you got 2, like I said, or 3 jobs because you're trying to make ends meet. And okay, what's the point of having all this knowledge of self, having all this knowledge of self, or having all this knowledge of ancient, religious systems, when you're still a slave and you still think like a slave? Am I making sense? Because I hope I'm not losing nobody in what I'm saying. I hope I'm not losing nobody in what I'm saying here, because a lot of you don't get it. You still don't get it. You still don't get it. And you're doing all this other stuff to try to make yourself feel good, or to be able to tolerate your life. And you're unhappy. You can't stand that job that you're working on, but they got you under bondage. They got us all under bondage with bills and debt and whatever else. So, you have to keep up this life. I got to be able to pay my light bill that's coming up next month. I gotta, well, actually this month, I owe my light bill this month. I got to be able to pay. Yeah, I owe light bill by the 12th. I got to pay my light bill. Okay. You got to be able to pay, your gas bill, so you can be able to cook, and have heat. Okay. Because if you don't pay that gas bill and that light bill, you don't pay that rent, you're not going to be able to maintain these services. You're not going to be able to, stay where you live. They're going to want to put you out, evict you. And a lot of people are facing evictions right now. A lot of millions of people right now are facing evictions.
Right.
Okay. And so y'all so focused on your spiritual selves and on these ancient traditions and on you're a priest, you're a Kemetic priest, you're a voodoo priest, but yet and still you're still a slave. Do you all see where I'm going with this?
I do.
You got all this power. I'm just saying, y'all say y'all got all this power, and you can, cast spells on people because you're a voodoo priest, right? Because you practice the arts. How come you can't practice the arts to get yourself liberated from the system of racism and white supremacy? See my point? See the point I'm trying to make? And that's why I wrote the Facebook post last night, because I thought about all this information I'm seeing here on healing for the mind and body and detoxing and all these different products that are being sold on the website for the healing of mind and body.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, what good is all of this if you're still a slave?
Absolutely.
The reason why most of you are sick right now and dying is because of your lifestyle choices, things that you're doing, you know. See where I'm going with this? Putting that shit up your nose, that PCP, popping them pills, drinking that beer, illicit sex with strangers, illicit sex with strangers. And that's why right now we have all these different COVID-19 variants. Oh yeah, we got all these different COVID-19 variants because folks out here fucking, no condom, still fucking around, you know. But see, your ass might be carrying the COVID-19 and it might be dormant in your system, but you can pass that shit on to somebody else and they will probably die. Your lifestyle choices. And also you're working yourselves to death because some of y'all have no choice. The rent is $1,500 a month. Okay. And, you know, working yourselves to death. You don't want to do anything to change your conditions in this country where you're enslaved economically, where politicians act like they don't even want to give you a little bitty check due to the economic woes that followed in the wake of COVID-19. They act like they don't want to give you $1,400, which ain't no money.
No.
In the greater scheme of things, because some of y'all rent is $1,500 a month. They got us in bondage under credit cards. Like I said, they got you paying all this rent that your ass can't afford. Really, you cannot afford. Okay. Let's just keep it 100. The minimum wage is $7.25 an hour right now. But the average rent in Atlanta is $1,000 a month. I want y'all to think about that. So y'all coming down here to Atlanta thinking you finna become a star and you know, oh, you gonna make it big in Atlanta. That's what you think. You gonna make it big in Black Hollywood when you come down here. And I got news for you. You better have a backup plan before you come down here to Atlanta. Because what you don't want to do is end up selling your ass on the corner. That's what you don't want to do. And also, another thing, all these damn diseases that some folks got, all these diseases and shit, a lot of them got HIV, all these different venereal diseases, chlamydia, gonorrhea, herpes. When your ass catch COVID-19, you might drop dead. I'm just telling you. You might drop dead if you already got all these different venereal diseases like HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, herpes, syphilis. If you catch COVID-19 or one of the variants, because you know they say it's up to 4,000 variants of COVID-19 now. Okay, and it could be more. It could be more. If you catch any one of them, okay, you might be dead. And if you don't die, you have all kind of long-term health issues following that. Because a lot of folks have long-term health problems behind having contracted COVID-19. They came out the hospital, but they still need a ventilator pump. They still need an air pump to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention, you know, your water's being poisoned, your food is being poisoned. That's another thing. Okay. That's another thing. If your water being poisoned, your food being poisoned, but you want to stay in these conditions. You want to continue to stay here, but you just want to be comfortable.
Right.
That's what it is. You want to be comfortable. You just want to be able to do what you want to do, live the type of lifestyle you want to live, hedonistic lifestyle you want to live. You want to be able to fuck all day and smoke weed and whatever else you do to try to make yourself feel good or to try to make yourself feel important. But none of that is gonna matter. None of it matters. And you can, you know, do all the detoxing, all the, you know, you can do all of that all day, you know, all day long, all night. You can do all the detoxing you want to do. You can take all the herbs or whatever you do to try to heal your body. But baby, you need to get this right. You need to get it right first. You need to get this right first. Stop thinking like a damn slave. Stop thinking like a slave. Like I said, nothing wrong with trying to better yourself, you know, elevate your thought process, or you know, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with, you know, trying to, you know, bring down your stress levels. Okay. But why are you focused on those things more than you are focused on liberation is the question that I have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See?
Well,
that's the question that I have. Why are they focused more on that than they are on liberation? Because, I mean, you're going to be sick. If you continue to live under this oppressive system, you're going to remain sick. It doesn't matter. You're going to be sick physically and mentally and emotionally because you're living in an environment that is hostile. Absolutely. You're living in an environment where you're literally being economically oppressed. I'm telling you. The goal is to keep your ass in a permanent underclass. Do you all not understand this? It's to keep you it's to keep you working for them. Okay, earning, you know, whoever the top 1% is, earning them billions and trillions of dollars while you remain a permanent underclass. Does that make sense? The goal is to keep us over here, us Black folks over here, a permanent underclass by all means necessary. Strip you of all your resources where you have to depend on them or, you know, on the government for resources. Yes, a lot of folks getting food stamps. Hell, I can't afford not to get food stamps because I don't make a lot of money. I don't make a lot of money. See the point I'm trying to make? They want you dependent on them for resources. They don't want you having your own resources, because if you have your own resources, you won't need them. See? And they won't be able to control you as much. So I hope I said something that y'all understand, that y'all can relate to. Because a lot of folks, no matter how much we talk, no matter how much me and you talk, they still won't get it.
Well, you're not going to get it as long as, even though we are living, many could say, you know, this is a very terrible time, you know, in a long, but we still live comfortable because if I mean, when you look at the history of some other countries, the poverty and the suffering, it got to the point where the people say, I don't give a damn no more. You know, we're gonna overthrow the government. We're gonna take from the rich. That's what they done. So when you look at something like the French Revolution and the Russian, that was their thing. The suffering had got to the point where what we got to lose. And we outnumbered the people that's oppressing us. We outnumbered them 100 to 1. Why the hell we suffering like this? And so they revolted. It was an easy revolt. Killed all the aristocrats and these people that was in government, wiped them out, started all over from scratch. And that's what is good. That's the only thing that's going to stop it. See, as long as we are in a position where we can meditate and be spiritual, that means you're comfortable. Because a person that's suffering ain't got time for no spirituality. I'm hungry. When people are hungry, they don't give a damn about Jesus no more. They don't care about no Allah. They don't care about no meditation. They don't care nothing about flying out my body, astral projection. I'm hungry. I'm starving. And mosquitoes biting the hell out of you and all these type of different things. I can't do this no more. So I don't have nothing to lose. I'm coming for mine. And that's what those people did. Now, if this continues at the rate that it's going, you're going to see that happen right here in America. Because when people get to the point where I got to lose? What I got to lose? I'm dying, I'm starving here. And before I lose my health, I might as well go for broke. Because when you get too starved out and sick, you ain't gonna be able to fight and do nothing anyway. So while I got my health, we might as well do this. Get the boys, get these folks together, and you talk about that little supposed to be insurrection at the that ain't nothing compared to what can happen when people get hungry and starving. They don't want to hear all this la-di-da. We all Americans and wait for this. We getting ready to pass legislation. They don't want to hear all that stuff. I'm not passing no doo-doo. I'm not eating nothing. Something's got to give here. But we're still comfortable. So you can be a vegan. I want to talk about that in another video. But basically, I can really say what I got to say right here in a few minutes. You can be, you know why you're a vegan and a vegetarian? Because you're comfortable. And you can go to the store and pick out your little fruits and your little vegetables and whatever. Because you're in a comfortable position here. That's why. That's why you can meditate. That's why you can pray. Because when people, look, during these revolutions, they ain't got time to pray. They don't, if they pray, it's because I'm getting ready to make a move. We're getting ready to take this capital out. Y'all pray and hope that God with us so that we can take this capital, so we can kill these damn people and move them the hell out the way. Hang them, lynch them, put their heads on the guillotine. That's what they did. I don't have nothing to lose. We're not living in a situation here because it gets to the point where the poor, you're so messed up, you can't even steal from another poor person because they damn sure don't have nothing. So it don't even make any sense. You got to go. Why you think these people are getting in caravans from South America and they coming here to America?
Exactly.
They come here because they think America got something. You're not going to pick up and be in a caravan and go somewhere where somebody just is pulling ragged as your ass is.
Yep.
About why they coming to America? Because your ass done hog-tied the world, and now you got their poor, you got their people all out of doors because your greedy ass leeching and stealing and parasiting from other nations. Now they coming over here because you got and they don't. And really, I don't give a damn what kind of wall you build or whatever. When people are starving, when people don't have no choices, they're gonna challenge that wall. They're gonna climb it, dig under it. They're gonna do what they have to do. I saw a video on the border of some European African country, and they got all these big wire fences and what. Them people don't give a damn. These people are crawling on, I don't know if you ever seen them prison, that razor wire. These people crawling over the razor wire, they digging under, and if they can make it to the other side, they say, okay, you know, you free. But they put all this razor wire and they will shoot you on sight. Don't make no difference. What I got to lose? And that's the kind of desperation that you're going to see right here in America if it continues on the way that it's going right here. Because people got to pay. You got to pay your bill. I mean, even the landlord, everybody going to suffer because that's how the landlord, the people that own these buildings, that's how they make their money. Somebody got to pay rent. So you can only have a certain amount of people homeless out on the street. Somebody got to be paying this rent here. Somebody got to be paying these electric bills. Somebody got to be paying these water bills. It's all got to come to a head sooner or later. It cannot continue on this path here. And then, like in anything, like if you're in your car and you driving, and for instance, you driving on ice and you start skidding, you have a certain amount of time to get yourself out that spin. Then it gets to the point of no return. There's nothing that you can do that's going to stop you from spinning and end up wherever the hell you end up at. We're looking and driving, and we're out of control, trying to get this vehicle under control. But if it ever get to the point of no return, it's a done deal. And we ain't seen nothing. We ain't seen nothing yet. Because when people get hungry, when people get to the point, I don't have nothing to lose. See, you a vegetarian now, you spiritual, and you can burn your incense at home and whatever. Shaka, shaka, and get your chakras together. You can do all that because you're comfortable. Because your stomach full and your lights are on. But when your lights go out, and when you go to the refrigerator, there ain't nothing there. What if it get to the point where you got money and there's nothing there? Truck drivers don't drive for free. You got to lay the truck drivers off. And we are dependent on a system that you got of trucks. Trucks got to move up and down this highway. But we've been comfortable for so long, we don't think nothing can happen. Like you get comfortable for so long, and then you go to your sink, and they just so happen they working on the pipes, but they didn't tell nobody. And then you go to your faucet and hey, and you, okay, it's clear ain't no water gonna come out, and you start panicking. What happened? Because ain't no water in your house. You don't know where the closest pond is, the closest stream is. You don't know where the water is, where you gonna get you some water. You start panicking. Like when people get caught up in a snowstorm and they didn't think it was gonna snow that much or whatever. And I've been there. I've been in a snowstorm where you can't get out. That snow come up there. You can't even open up, push the snow. The snow traps you in your house. And so it comes up almost to your chest. I've been in a snowstorm. That's how high the snow was. You ain't going nowhere. Ain't no car going nowhere. You trapped in your house. And you start panicking. You don't know what to do. And people talk about, when it comes to cannibalism, they wouldn't eat a human being. I don't know. Some of y'all, I don't know. That little baby you just had, the little nice, pretty little legs on that child you just had, and you get stuck in a certain situation. I don't know. You remember Sister Noah? There was I think this was back in the 80s or early 70s, and this airplane had crashed, and these people was on some kind of mountaintop or whatever, and they finally got rescued. They was like, how did y'all live? Nobody really want to say nothing, but somebody had to break the ice. They ate the ones that died.
I saw that movie.
You saw that movie? I forgot what it was. I forgot what it was called. But yeah, but they turned. That's the only way they could survive. What could they do? And when you get hungry, man, and I don't eat no pork. Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna see how long that's gonna last. I don't eat no pork. I'm a vegetarian. I only eat lentil beans. You know. Okay. See, we are so comfortable. We need our air. You're gonna suffer because you don't have no air conditioning, no central heat. You know, all these wonderful things that we enjoy today. You know, we are very, very comfortable. And that's gonna be your downfall. You're gonna suffer really, really bad. That's why when we get to the point of no return in this country, that's why it's gonna be really, really bad. Because you know, back in the day, during the French Revolution and China, they didn't have all these modern comforts. They didn't have gas stove. They didn't have running water. But it got to the point, hell, I can't even eat now at all. These damn rich ass folks, they just taking everything. But they wasn't used to air conditioning and cars and electric can opener and all this other stuff. We are just so comfortable when the it hits the fan. Oh wow, can't even imagine. And the people you think that your friends in a situation like that, you're gonna find out, hey, it's every man for himself. You was cool back in the day, you know. I'm looking out for me and my family. Man, I thought we was cool. You know, people start starving. You ever see them crowds and the truck come through and the people so desperate they can't stand in no line. So the people in the truck, in the food truck, just gotta start throwing stuff out. And people just start snatching. And don't fall because you're gonna get trampled. And when they find out that you trampled and can't get up, whatever little coat, little shoes you got, they're gonna start snatching that stuff off of you. Desperate stuff. That can happen here. Of course, we don't think that can happen here, but it can. Oh, these folks got a rude awakening. See, it might not happen, but you got to think on that level. You got to think on that level because it can happen. It has happened before. What make you? But they think America is so great and so powerful and got to go. They don't think, people in this country don't think the worst can happen to you. You look at it on TV, all the poor African children. That's gonna be your children with the big bellies, snot running out their nose and flies running around. Gonna be your children. It can happen to you too. And not only this political stuff, okay, you already got COVID-19. What if a big hurricane hit real hard? Or tornadoes just start smashing? Like, they're like, damn, give me a break. You know, it's a messed up situation. And proper leadership is supposed to help us prepare. Like in the ant kingdom, their leadership helped them prepare for bad times. That's why ants have been here no problem for millions of years. Their leadership, and they don't even have a brain like us. We're supposed to have supposed to be the most intelligent life on the planet. And we're gonna be dead and gone, and the ants still gonna be running around. Damn, what happened to them? Yeah, Charlie, I remember them Negroes and the white folks always fighting each other. The white people used to call the black one nigger, and what y'all used to call them honky, and they used to, the ants gonna be talking about you like, damn, I remember when they was here. We gone. What they said, there's an old saying, something to the fact where the most intelligent is really the most stupid. And the human beings are prime examples of that. We should be doing better than what we're doing. Animals in the world, if they're not disrupted by men, they're doing fine and dead. Here we are, supposed to be the most intelligent people, life form on the planet, and doing very, very terrible. One thing is material greed, which don't mean nothing. Because all that gold and all these different silver, all these material things that you fighting for, when we dead and gone, it's still gonna be here because it's not alive. It's just gonna just be here. It's just metal. It's just a rock. It's not alive. And you fighting and dying over this stuff. That don't mean nothing. You don't see no signs in the natural world where no animal fighting over some gold or some silver or some materialistic. They use, in nature, life use just enough what they need to survive, and they go about their business. They don't hoard. They don't care about generational wealth. I had to do for myself, and the babies that come behind me gonna have to learn how to do for themselves. I'm not saving nothing for them. They need to know how to survive and get what they need just like I did. You know, I'm not hoarding nothing for them. What do rich people bring to human survival? Absolutely nothing. They don't invent nothing. They don't sit on their lazy ass and brag to you and me, and they put them on TV and with their big houses and I got acres and acres. They don't give nothing to society. They don't do nothing for society. They're nothing. They're waste. Rich people are non-productive. So if you're non-productive, what use are you if you don't produce anything? They got all this wealth and don't produce nothing. They didn't build their house. They didn't put the water in their swim. Resources, doing nothing. Rich folks. The majority of the wealth don't do nothing. It's non-productive wealth. Now I want to bring this topic up in conclusion. I want to thank you, Sister Noah, for bringing us that topic. That's groovy. That's groovy, man. Well, dude, I'm glad that you brought it to us, dude. He folk watch too much TV.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Now look, I was watching the story of oh man, I forgot the brother's name. Johns. He was a brother that was prior to Dr. Martin Luther King. What was his name? I forgot his name because he's new to me. I didn't really know too much about him. But I know his last name was Johns.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching his story on the Bounce TV network. And then I saw the autobiography, some of the biography of Ben Carson.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw, of course, the biography of Dr. King they showed on the Bounce Network. And may she rest in peace, Cicely Tyson played Coretta Scott King in this movie. It lasted 4 hours. You know, this matter of fact, I remember when it originally aired back in the day, because I think they made it in the late 70s, early 80s, somewhere in there. I remember when it originally aired. I was a little boy when I first saw King. It was called King. It lasted like 4 hours. And it got to the part where Dr. King was assassinated. And I don't know, every time I watch that scene, you know, tears start coming out my eyes. And in Malcolm X, Malcolm X, Spike Lee's Malcolm X 1992. And I watched Malcolm X. And I was in New York. I was 18 years old. And I actually stood in the same spot where Malcolm was gunned down. And tears came out my eyes. If I get a chance, I want to go to that hotel. I think it's a historical place now. The Lorraine Motel where Dr. King was assassinated. I would like to go just to see. And I stood right there where Malcolm X was murdered. And I'm thinking about Dr. King. I'm thinking about Malcolm X. And I must include all those who helped Dr. King, all those who helped. See, there's many of us that we don't know nothing about. Dr. King could do nothing without people helping him. He had a lot of people that backed him up, helped him. Malcolm X had to have a lot of people to back him up. It just so happened they are in the forefront. They catch all the hell, really. They catch all the hell. They caught the bullets, you know. So I'm thinking about Dr. King and Malcolm X, and I always tear up because these men, they really were sincerely cared about us as a people, wanted us to do better, put us in a better position, and they was willing to give their life for us. So to make a long story short, I wouldn't die for you Negroes. Not me. This is Black History Month. And you learn from history. So I learned from Malcolm, and I learned from Dr. King, and I learned enough to know I'm not giving my life for you niggas. You're not worth it.
Nope.
Dr. King and Malcolm gave their life for these pieces of trash, and they don't even know if they're male or female. They don't know whether they're male or female, smoking weed, got the drawers hanging in 2021, green hair, red hair, looking like some kind of damn savage that came out some jungle somewhere.
Raping children. Don't forget that.
Raping women, criminals. Now I know we talk about, yeah, it's true. It's true, the crack of the Peckerwood, you know, they put us in jail, whatever. Some of us are criminals. We're not there because we're good. Many of them are in jail because they murdered another Black person, broke into another Black person's house.
Yep.
Lied and steal white collar crimes. Negroes selling you insurance they know they know don't have no value to it.
Exactly.
And this is what they died for. Harriet Tubman freed the slave just so that you can be
put other folks in slavery.
Yeah.
I said it. Human trafficking. I said it.
Human trafficking involved in that type of stuff.
So you put other folks in slavery. Other Black folks in slavery.
Always talk about don't abort the babies, don't abort the babies, but you don't adopt nobody. You don't take care of the babies that's here. So if they don't abort the babies and the baby is here, you're not gonna take care of that child.
Nope.
You're not gonna help nobody that's helping the child. If you don't want that baby aborted, actually, to me, as far as I'm concerned, abortion is a mercy. I wish I was aborted. Wouldn't be here. Wouldn't have to deal with none of this foolishness. Looking at these sad, pathetic pieces of trash people that I come from. Black history, I will give honor and respect and praise those that make us to celebrate Black history. But we as a people, that was just a few handful of folks. We as a people, as they say, ain't shit. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But that's
we said it.
That's the bottom line.
We said it. I said it. He said it. Yes. We ain't shit.
Ain't shit. And I'm gonna give people keep telling me you're not having no action. Do some action. Action for what? For a bunch of ingrates, for a bunch of suckers that don't want to help themselves. You don't want to help yourself. You want to say, what kind of action? Are you going to help me with this action? Hell no. You're going to sit back in the cut, and then you want to live and benefit of anything that I do. That's what you're going to do. Like they did Dr. King. Right now, in this day, all these suckers have not produced and done nothing. You living on the back of Dr. King and Malcolm and all those in the civil rights movement. You have not done progress and done nothing on your own.
Nope.
If we done something on our own, we would be in a much, much better position. They did a little something. Now we begin to add our little taste to the situation. You didn't add nothing. All thing you want to do is play basketball. I noticed Facebook got real quiet because of the Super Bowl yesterday.
Oh.
Writing all kinds of posts, but the Super Bowl was going on yesterday. And the Facebook got quiet as hell.
Yep. I made my post. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl.
I didn't either.
I could have watched it. I got CBS.
Yeah.
I got CBS. I could have watched it, but you know, I didn't. I downloaded CBS. I've been watching The Stand. You know, based on Stephen King, that new series called The Stand. I've been watching that, but I could have watched it because I downloaded CBS. So, but I didn't watch it. I mean, you know, I found out Tom Brady, the Bucks won, so you know, which I knew the Buccaneers was gonna win. So, but yeah, you said Facebook got real quiet.
It got real quiet. I'm like, wow, where everybody at? Super Bowl crap. The Black Power Negroes. The Black Power. You didn't hear nothing from the Black Power, Blackity Black, RBG, pro-black. You didn't hear nothing. I didn't see none of this stuff going on. Why the Super Bowl? That's who you are. You're not worthy. You think I'm dumb enough? With all respect.
Go out here and risk your life? Nah.
For these?
Nah.
And the only thing you want to do is argue with me. What about that Mississippi campaign? What about this? What about that? You want to sit around and argue with me instead of doing some work. Let's work. Let's roll. Let's do some work while you're asking these questions. You just want to lay on your ass and you think that somebody else going to feed you. That's why you want to take your happy ass to Africa, because you think them Africans is going to take care of you and feed you. You're a bunch of lazy ass parasites.
Them Africans ain't gonna feed you now.
They're not gonna feed
they ain't gonna feed us, nah.
You're gonna end up a slave over there. That's what happened.
Oh yeah.
They will tolerate a few of us, you know, diddle daddle. But you tell me a bunch of us going over there like that, it's not happening. And you're not producing nothing. You can't bring nothing to the table. Plus, they don't like you like that. That's a Pan-African lie. That's pro-black lie. The African people over there, they do not see you like that.
I sure don't.
What nation, what president of any African nation is saying, come here to Ghana, come here? You don't see the presidents of these nations, the leadership. You see individuals who've been brainwashed with Pan-Africanism and they associated with American Negro. You see them, oh, come to them, we love you, love you over here, we love you. You see them, you don't see these presidents. You don't see these presidents, you don't see the leaders inviting, want you to bring your happy ass over there, because they're not interested unless you bring them something they can work with. You got to give them something. They don't care about we related and we some kind of cousin or something living in. They don't care about that stuff. That's that garbage you hooked up on. What you gonna bring to the table? Even your relative. What do you expect from them? Even your own relatives won't let you live in their house for free. They'll let you come stay. Then after a certain period of time, they start scratching their head. You ain't got no job yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, I don't care if you just sleeping on the floor in the corner in the basement. You ain't supposed to be in the corner in my basement. You still here. You ain't found no job yet. Even though, look at you wagging his tail off. You ain't got no job yet. You expect the people that don't know nothing about you, $6, they supposed to just welcome you with open arms, and you ain't bringing nothing to the table. Even some of the people that claim they love you, because they think if they let you lay around like that, they doing you a disservice. Don't you think you need to go get a job, or don't you need to make a move? You need to do something here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just simple as that. I'm very sure some of our parents told us, oh, you know, you're 18, you're 20, hey, don't you think you need to get your own house? Mississippi campaign is the catalyst, the foundation of us getting our own house, doing our own thing. I don't need you, African. I don't need you, Chinaman. I don't need nothing. I'm going to take advantage of what I'm able to get here until I'm able to do for myself. Pretty soon to get to the point, I don't even need you, America, period. I'm just here in this geographic area. Why is this person still being dumb in my chat room. I wish this person would explain why he has the number 7 on his name. I put it in the chat room. It's in the chat. Go check it out. Dumbass folk. We the most silliest, dumbest, wackiest, immature, evil, brain pieces of garbage on the planet. And I'm going to give my life for this. I put it in the chat room. Matter of fact, on the internet, I got a video. What does Angel Snubbing Up 7 mean? What does Taalik? I got a video somewhere on the internet. If you're that interested, look it up. No, he probably can't read.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. A lot of us in this country are functionally illiterate. Some of us cannot read, and some of us cannot comprehend what we read. So just because you can read, if you cannot comprehend what you read, you're still illiterate. And there's a lot of us, they read, they can read, but they cannot comprehend. How about this? How about I do this? How about I block? Now, how you like that? How you like that? It ain't nothing but Apple. It ain't nothing but Apple.
Oh, a guy in Hollywood.
Oh, guy in Hollywood. Yes, that's all it is. Okay. So there you go.
Because, you know, guy in Hollywood, you know, basically pops up in my doggone lives all the time.
Yeah. So we won't be seeing True G no more.
Mm-hmm.
You're not interested in nothing. Go on. There's no benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Don said, brother, did you hear about the story in Harlem where the sisters was attacked by black male losers just for refusing an offer? No.
They caught one of them.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
But you mean
the one that bit her on the face.
Mm-hmm.
The one that bit her on the face. They caught him. And he was living with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Living with a woman, not too far away from the convenience store where it happened.
And this is what Dr. King and Malcolm and all our people, they died for, and you want me to join. You want me to be, you think I'm going to do that too. Oh no. I remember I had that attitude. I'll die for my people. I had that attitude a long time ago. Until I began to realize these people ain't shit. Yeah, I had that attitude. Like just looking at my own personal family, I look at them. Die for. You're not willing to die for yourself. You're not willing to die for. You're not willing to help yourself. See, I'm not a savior. I'm not divine. I'm not a hero. It's like when back in the day, when we was children and we trying to get apples out the apple tree. And we would climb on each other's shoulders because we too little. So we climb on each other's shoulders. And then you got some of us, I don't want that dirt on my shoulder. They want the apple, right? But they don't want you to put no dirt on their shoulders trying to get this apple. And then once we get the apples, here they come. Not with me. We the ones got dirt on our shoulder. We the one went through the trouble to get these apples.
He done popped up again.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop a block. It's easy. It's easy to block. It's easy to block.
I mean, you just keep on making different
he already
accounts.
They already got them.
Yeah, he just keep making different accounts and he just popping up. I mean, he done left another porn site link under your video, under my video. Well, maybe not him, but the other one. Other one, guy in Hollywood. Then left another porn site link under your video, under my video. I don't report them to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't report them to YouTube.
I mean, am I wrong to feel this the way that I feel? I don't think I'm wrong to feel the way that I feel. Because I wasted most of my youth fighting for my people. Knocking on doors, with Minister Farrakhan, and we're going to build our nation. Hearing all this rhetoric. We're going to build our nation. We're going to have our own hospital. We're going to do that. That was 40-some damn years ago.
Yep.
I was just watching before we came on live. I was just watching a news broadcast, and they talking about how the crime across the nation is going higher and higher.
Exactly. I've been watching the news too. I've been seeing that crime going up, everything. I mean,
crime is going up.
Robberies going up, murders going up, robberies going up, murders, domestic violence, sex trafficking. Oh my God.
And some poor lost soul was telling me that crime has gone down.
Oh no.
Because of the Million Man March.
No.
1995. And I asked them, bring me some kind of real proof and evidence to show me how crime has went down. It ain't never went down. Now, during the time of the Million Man March, I'm going to tell you the truth. During the time of the Million Man March, there was a beautiful attitude in the Black community. Even those people, they didn't really give a damn about Farrakhan and all this black stuff. They liked the atmosphere that was produced. You had because it was a beautiful thing. Brothers actually, every time they seen a brother, hey man, what's happening? It was really an environment of brotherhood and sisterhood during that period of time. But see, the thing about that is, once you build that atmosphere, now you got to be able to feed it. You got to produce something to keep it rolling, keep it growing, keep it going. And that didn't happen. And Farrakhan, like the coward he was, because he dropped the ball, because he's not a leader. His speech, here we are, 2 million, almost 2 million people come to the Washington, D.C. And the only thing he had to talk about was, gave us a history of Washington, D.C. And then he talked about how we have to atone for our sins and some garbage like that. People, the brothers in the audience, like, they were looking at each other. What is this man? You know, we could have went to church and listened to T.D. Jakes. We came. Some of these brothers walked. Some of these brothers walked and rode bicycles from California to Washington, D.C. to be there. When they get there, this is what they get. A lesson on American history, what George Washington and the suckers done, these beasts, what they done. And we got to atone. We got to atone for what? We the damn victims in this country. Well, atone to your wife and your children for, if it wasn't for us living a beast life, being influenced by these demons, we would have to atone. We victims here. And then he said, go join the Nation of Islam, go join the NAACP, go join all these different. This cat got a lot of channels, don't he? It's easy.
Yeah, he does.
Easy to block though. Guess he don't have nothing to do with his life.
Nah.
Yeah, don't have nothing to do with his life. But instead of embracing reality, instead of embracing the real truth, instead of helping you wasting your energy being a damn stalker and a harasser, walk your soul train and get this Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign to rolling. You got all this time to waste stalking folks. See,
yeah.
And I'm supposed to die for this? Oh no! Oh no!
Exactly. Nope.
Oh no, not me. Oh no, you got me messed up. I can't do it.
Nope.
I wish y'all the best of luck in your filth. That's all I can say. I wish you the best of luck in your filth. So yeah, that environment was beautiful. I'm not going to tell no lie about that. But Farrakhan dropped the ball, and they still don't have it together to this day. Still don't have it together. The reason that you celebrate history or you recognize history is so that you can learn from history, understand their mistakes, so that you don't make those same mistakes, so that you can walk better than them. That's the purpose of history. And your parents and your ancestors want you to be better than them, not the same as them. They got us on the level they want us to be, try to go backwards to the time of Marcus Garvey. I don't want to go back to Marcus Garvey time. This is my time. He had his time. Malcolm had his time. Dr. King had their time. This is your time. What you gonna do with your time? You learn from their mistakes. We know about the FBI. We know about COINTELPRO. We know about all the tricks and things, whatever that they face. So we should be able to do better. We have more money now. We have more education now. What's stopping you?
So why the fuck is crime going up? Since we got more money now, since we got more education now, since, you know, we seem to be more enlightened, you know, why the fuck is crime going up? Why are people more barbaric than ever? See what I'm saying? Like, why niggas out here biting folks in the face and trying to bite folks' flesh off? You know, why they doing that? Like the guys did in Harlem. Why they doing that?
Mm-hmm.
See, you just said we got more money now.
Yeah.
We got more education.
Right.
And you know, but why is crime going up? Why is there more violence? Why is there more barbaric activity going on in our community, in our neighborhoods? I ain't saying white folks ain't doing it, but I'm just saying, why? Why is there more sex crimes going up? You know, black men involved in sex trafficking of minors and women and men. Why?
Mm-hmm.
See my point?
Absolutely.
So we should be doing better. We shouldn't be progressing. We should be doing better. Since, you know, people seem to be more enlightened. They claim to be more enlightened.
Spiritual.
You know.
In tune with their chakras.
Yeah, all that. But crime is going up.
Yeah.
It's more barbarism out here. More barbaric behavior.
Where they don't have no real guidance.
No.
They don't have no real guidance. They don't have no real love of self. They have confusion. Because the average person in here, when they look at us, you talk about, you got to have a knowledge of self. What knowledge of self are you talking about? Comedic self?
Yeah. That's what they're talking about.
Christian self? That's
what they're talking about. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so what self are you talking about?
That's what they're talking about.
So the masses is looking at the folks that's supposed to have it going on, and you confused and can't get it together. So what you expect from those who are lost? They supposed to be, they doing what they do because that's what this country is. This country is rapists. This country is pedophiles. This country is transgender, gender confused, and all this. They only reflecting society.
And y'all don't think transgenders go out here and rape folks? Y'all actually don't. Y'all don't think transgenders go out here and commit sexual assaults?
Of course they do. They people just like anybody else. And sick in the mind.
Exactly.
I mean, who is trying to say, they want to try to say like transgenders and lesbians and gay folks, whatever, like they some kind of righteous people. No, they have criminals among them just like anywhere else. And they're doing it too. Matter of fact, a lot of them are more prone to do it because they're already in an unnatural state. And you want me to give my life so that you can be this? This is what Dr. King, Nat Turner had a revolution, rebel, and then this is what it led up to? So you can be an alcoholic, drug addict,
and a rapist,
pedophile. This is what they died for. We was better off, look, we was better off on the slave plantation. That we was not gender confused on the slave plantation. We wasn't biting people in the face on the slave plantation. All this stuff, we weren't drug addicts and all this other stuff that you see. All that didn't happen on the slave plantation.
Was there any black serial killers on the plantation?
There wasn't black serial killers on the slave plantation. First of all, Massa ain't going for all that. They ain't going for it.
We already know with some white serial killers. I'm talking about black serial killers. We talking about black serial killers on the plantations. Okay.
There was no black serial killer on the slave plantation. Massa was gonna go for that. Find out who that idiot was real quick. Had to put him down.
I mean, it's so many black serial killers. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, once we got our freedom, and once we got our freedom and start coming out in society, we reflect the society. The society produces all these different things. That's what the society is. The society produces these serial killers and pedophiles and gender confused. That's what this society produces. You can go out in the jungle, ain't no serial killers out there. Ain't no rapists. Ain't no rapists among the Moonga Moonga people. You know, ain't no dope fiends. All that stuff ain't happening. Yeah, ain't none of that. Well, they do that for a religious purpose.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but it ain't like,
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
no, these folks do it over here for recreational purposes, to get high, to get out of your mind, to you know,
escapism.
Yeah, escapism.
So,
wow.
So you got me messed up. I wouldn't mind because I done it. I had that mindset at one time. I want to die for my people. I want to do this. I want to sacrifice for us. But then I had to take the time and look at history. And history said, you're a damn fool. Your best bet is to go to the cut, and whatever will be, whatever you want to do, you enjoy your life. Don't, you know, you wasted all your youth. You damn sure whatever life you got left, don't waste it messing with these idiots.
And we got less than 50 years left on our time clock.
I might have less than that. my sickness haven't gone. And I'm not even tripping.
Oh.
Die for you.
Oh my goodness.
Now, when you show me that you want to fight and die for yourself, you want to help yourself, I don't mind getting into this. But clearly, these people, they're comfortable Pharaoh slaves. And really, I'm not upset with our people, you know, the people we come from. It's because that's all they know. They slaves. That's all they know. Trying to copy Massa. Massa smoke weed. I want to smoke weed. Massa drink. I want to drink. Everything Massa do, they do. Even criminal activity.
Yeah.
Criminal activity. The cracker is a damn gangster. They want to pick. I'm a gangster too. You know what's his name? But that one on our side. Anyway, they was gangsters too. I want to be a gangster too. Copy them.
Whatever. In other words, they got their cues from the white man. They got their cues from the white man. Okay.
Got their cues from because they the parents. The white man is your parent. Whether you like it or not, he's your example of manhood.
Mm-hmm.
He's your example of man and womanhood.
Because these women be they be putting all that doggone, you know, weaving their head, trying to look like somebody else. I know.
Trying to look like the white one. Now there's dark skinned people with naturally straight hair or whatever, but that's not who they're not trying to look like them. Not thinking about them. They want to look like the image of the white woman.
Mm-hmm.
The white woman, she want to go work out and make exercise videos. There go the black woman. I want to work out and make exercise videos too. Whatever the white woman do, her perfume and her mascara, that's what you want. You too black for that. The reason why that white woman do that because she don't have a face, so she got to put all that clown stuff on her face so she can make one up. She don't have a face. You already got a face, and here you go putting all that lipstick and look so horrible. You look horrible because you don't need that. She needs that. She needs the lipstick because she don't have no lips. Here you are, lips big as hell. And you gonna put
some red lipstick. Yeah, red.
Yeah.
Woo!
Am I missing something here?
Yep.
You know, the white man, he want to lift weights and and whatever abuse. There go the Negro. I lift weights too, you know, and look all deformed, you know, muscles where they ain't supposed to be, you know, look all crazy. I want to do it. Whatever Massa do, that's what they want to do.
And some of them took them steroids.
And so basically, if I'm giving my life for my people, what I would actually in reality doing, giving my life for white people, because that's what y'all Negroes are. You're nothing but white people. And that's why in Africa, they call you white people.
Chocolate covered Europeans.
Chocolate covered dark European. And then some of them tell you in your face. I saw a video. These brothers and sisters walking through the market, and they charging them extra because they white people too. And then they even call them. They say, "You white people," and the sisters talking about, "No, I'm African American." They say, "No, you white people." They can't handle the reality right there in their face. The people right there telling them, "You white people," and they can't handle it. No, I'm African. I'm African American. These people telling them in their face. And not only am I going to call you white people, but I'm going to charge you extra because you white people. But they can't handle the reality of things. You know, in my videos, in my opening videos, I put that little excerpt where this sister and her sister, they went to Africa because they got some land, and the native people killed them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because they foreigners. You know what you don't have no right to this land. You wasn't born here. And these Africans killed these African Americans. And of course, Pan-African and all these pro-black stuff, they don't want to bring these type of things up. And even when you go to America, they view us as white people. They don't view us as some kind of black, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They view us as white people. Americans. Now, they're not gonna kidnap you like they do white folks, you know, because you ain't gonna hardly get. They know you ain't gonna hardly give $10 million. You ain't worth, you know, too much. You know, they kidnap you. You know, if they kill you, they just kill you for the fun of it because you have no real value, Negro. You know, white man's pet. You know, if they really want some action, they got to kidnap a real Caucasian American white person. You know that's what they do. You know, us. Dark-skinned white people, they just outright kill us because you have no value. They just do that for the fun of it. Which they have done in the Americas. I remember not too long ago, I seen stories of African Americans going over there to the Americas, running around, and they messed around and killed them in their hotel rooms or whatever. You know, because as far as they were concerned, you white people. And we're different. And that's another thing. We're different. On the African continent, these people are different. They're not the same. A lot of them don't even like each other. A lot of them been having wars with each other for centuries. Don't like each other. We're not the same. Even the people from the islands, they're not the same. They don't even treat each other like the same. You from Barbados, you from Jamaica or whatever. You're not the same. I'm from Puerto Rico. They're not the same. Trying to put us all in a box. That's a false box. That's a box that's not going to stay together because it's not real. So, in conclusion, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to stick with us. Because just dealing with us is catching hell. All the damn melanated people. Hell, you catch hell and got enough problems just with us, let alone adding Africans and Jamaicans and whoever. Get yourself together. Learn how to love yourself. Look at your people. They done turned savages out here. And all thing you want to do is burn some incense and talk about these chakras and spiritual and be a vegan and eat some damn bananas every day. And you got a serious problem. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. And the only way I see that we can begin to heal is this Mississippi campaign, because this Mississippi campaign inspire us to do better. But in order to stay inspired, you got to produce. You got to produce. And I'm not talking about produce 20 years from now, 15 years, 5 years. Immediately, we got to show production and show these people you're more than this. You're more than what you think that you are. Because you can only be inspired by 5,000-year-old history only to a certain point. That don't feed me. That don't put shoes on my baby's feet. You need to participate in something that can give you something of substance. So when you look at your baby's feet, we produce those shoes. We make our own baby food now. We making our own. We got our own cows. We drinking our own milk. That's what the Mississippi campaign is about. Getting your own now, immediately. Not talking about the year 3030. And if y'all want to wait till the year 3030, you might get what you're looking for. But see, by the time 3030 comes, the white man, even the Mexicans, might be on spaceships, and they gone. They gone to Mars somewhere.
That's Alquan. That's Alquan.
Yeah, it's Alquan.
That's Alquan. Yeah, that's Alquan.
Yeah, it's Alquan. It's Alquan.
Oh my God, he's still. Oh my goodness.
You want me to die and sacrifice?
He is really obsessed with you. I mean, you wasn't lying when you said he was obsessed with you. I could see now. Yeah. I can see I'm wrong with him. So I'm wrong with him.
Because so obsessed, but don't want to help in the work. The real.
Oh my goodness, he's really obsessed with you.
Yeah. So infatuated.
Oh no, that's not. No, that's more than infatuation. That's obsession.
Obsession.
That's obsession, baby. Oh my goodness.
But not so obsessed that you don't want to help in doing the work. Now I can understand. You can be a skeptic. Let's do the work. And while you're doing the work, now you are in a position to say whether this is going right or whether it's going wrong. But you're not doing none of the work. You ain't in no position to judge or say or judge nothing. But you got enough time and energy to make countless emails to make all these troll accounts. That's sad. Dr. King, I'm sorry. Malcolm, Harriet Tubman, and the list goes. Y'all, you died
died for nothing. Died for nothing.
Your deaths are in vain.
In vain, yeah.
Well, maybe not, because I'm here, you're here, but it's very few. It's very few. The majority, wow. I don't see no good future for them.
And I hate to say it, they are lost cause, the majority.
Yeah, the majority, I just don't see.
They're lost cause.
I'm looking at my own personal family as an example. They don't give a damn about.
But see, twin pyramid, I don't see you being obsessed. You're infatuated. You admire.
Yeah.
Angel Snupnup 7. I see that about you. You admire Angel Snupnup 7.
Yeah.
You're infatuated, but obsessed. I don't see that about you.
No.
I don't see that about you. See, when I say obsessed, I'm talking about somebody really who has an obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm talking about a stalker, somebody who is a real true stalker with an obsessive compulsive disorder, somebody who may have ADHD, somebody who's not all there mentally. That's what I'm talking about.
You also have those people, they see somebody and they see me as some type of competition. And so they want to prove that they better than me. And that's not what it's about. Because when it's all said and done, us being better than each other don't mean nothing when we got a crack of penis up your backside. So what? You better than me and I'm better than you. Who gives a damn? Both of us got a crack of penis up our backside. So what? And the Peckerwood said, he looking down like, Well, you know, I'll tell you who better. I'll tell you who better. So don't mean nothing. Get on the soul train. The soul train can bring Comedics, Pan-Africans, Christian, all of us together under one umbrella, get on one track, one goal, one purpose, one vision, one destiny, and go on about your business. You know, at least give it a good try. But I don't think that you will fail, because you got everything is in place that we need in order to be successful. We got the money, we got the education, we got everything that we need in order to pull this off. The only thing that's missing is your mentality.
Oh,
there you go again. That's a shame. That's a shame. How you doing, Snow Daddy? Snow Daddy.
Hey, Snow Daddy.
And I'm supposed to give my life for whatever little life that I got. I will talk because I like to do what I do. I like to do what I do. I like to come here with my sister here just to watch her pretty face, if nothing else. I like to be here. I like to be here. I like to talk and do what I do. If you embrace it, that's good for all of us. If you don't, oh well.
Exactly. I don't think Alquan get it.
No.
I don't think he get it. What he is doing is really obsessive compulsive behavior. I don't think he get that. What he is doing, he keeps coming in to the live under various handle names now. That is obsessive. That's considered obsessive compulsive behavior. That's why I said he has obsessive compulsive disorder. He has, that's what he deals with. I'm telling you, he's not all up there. He's not, you don't have it all up here.
Yeah.
Because you're a guy. He's a guy.
Right.
I ain't trying to be funny.
Yeah.
You expect, okay. Me, for instance, okay, I'm a woman, you know, pretty woman, according to some people, you know. I expect a guy that don't have it all up here to do what he's doing to me. See what I'm saying? It's unusual when a man does it to another man. And I ain't saying he's physically or sexually attracted to you as a man. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that kind of behavior, I expect a man to do that to me as a woman, okay? But he's a guy doing it to another guy. And you have to keep creating different emails, you know. You have to keep creating different emails and different handle names, you know, in order to do that. That takes time and energy.
You do a lot of time.
And I've been on this live stream for what? Almost 2 hours now. He has created about 5 different handle names.
Yeah.
Since we've been on this live. And it's been almost 2 hours. He's been in here and has come back continuously creating different handle names. That's obsession. That's not good. See what I'm saying? And then you're doing it to another dude. I mean, I'm sorry, you're doing it to another man. Right. At that. You're doing it to another man. See what I'm saying? It's weird. You know what I mean? It's just weird. But, you know, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, so.
I just expect a man to do me like that. I don't, that's kind of, you know, he's supposed to be what, straight with a wife?
Yeah.
A wife?
Well,
baby.
You don't have a wife.
You don't have a wife, a girlfriend? He got a girlfriend.
I never heard him talk about a girlfriend, but
really?
Guy Nollywood is the one with the wife.
Oh, okay. So Alquan is okay.
And I've never heard him say out of all these years, I never heard him even associated with a woman. I heard him talk about women.
Okay.
I heard him where he actually, because if he got a girlfriend or
a wife,
wife and you got time to do this kind of stuff, apparently your
relationship ain't that great. That's what I was gonna say, baby. If you got a wife or a woman and you doing this,
yeah,
evidently you not, something ain't right in the cookie jar. Something ain't right. I'm not saying brother, is funny. I'm just saying, okay, it's weird for a guy to be stalking another guy online. It's weird.
Absolutely.
Because he's actually stalking you.
I know, for a long time. Now, I haven't heard nothing from those guys that I banned or whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't heard nothing.
You haven't? No, sure haven't. You haven't heard nothing.
Nothing. Because I don't talk, I don't mess with them. You don't mess, you don't say nothing about me. I won't say nothing about you. Go about your business. I go about my business. It's simple as that. But him, he can't stay away. Cannot stay away. I'm worthy of all these troll accounts.
That's like I said, obsession.
We got a question here from Love 23. Why do y'all think the wealthy blacks won't help with something good like the Mississippi plan?
Because they're too busy selling women and children.
Well, first of all, again, people cannot make a decision on what they don't know. So we don't know. We don't know if they know about anything. We don't know. So I can't judge nobody. I can't judge wealthy black or even poor black because you cannot make a decision about something that you don't know. So the few of us that's here, our primary job right now is to promote, to let people know. And I want to give you some good news. And the good news is that the Operation Exodus Mississippi YouTube channel and the Facebook channel slowly grow. People are listening. So every time you see a new subscriber and a new like, that means somebody know about the campaign. But then there are those who don't subscribe and like. We know that it's getting out there. My concern is, do we have the time to do what we need to do? That's my concern. You run out of time, and like I told you, you get to the point of no return, and when you get into a skid, that's it. Whatever would be, would be. You have to have the skills in order to control that vehicle to get it before you can get into that rotation wherever to the point of no return. Because once we get to the point of no return, that's it. You just have to suffer the consequences of whatever's happening. And that's why I say we need to do this now. I understand all these other things that people talk about, building a black business and whatever. All these things are good. They too little. They too little. We need something big. Matter of fact, what impresses a woman? A little diamond or a big diamond? She's impressed by that big diamond that you can put on her finger. She's not impressed by that little one. Why do you think all these fast food restaurants, they went to these big meals? You can get this big hamburger. Because that's what impressed you. You want something big for a little amount of money. That's what they give you. Big fries. They don't even make small fries no more like they used to. The small fry is medium now. It's about big. And you big and successful. That's what we need in order to impress the 40 million to come out of this rut. Just us being successful alone, that don't mean nothing. We have to have something. We have to have a plan. We have to have action to impress the 40 million. As good as the civil rights era was, it was not good enough to get the whole 20-some million on board. Just a few handful was able to take action. But the way the Mississippi campaign is designed, the way we got it going, very few can say They can't find an excuse why they can't get on board the soul train. Because how it's made up and how it's designed. Has nothing to do with religion. It's basically like the Civil Rights Bill for everybody. It don't make no difference if you're a Hebrew, Kemetic Christian. Don't make no difference. The Civil Rights Bill is for all. Was supposed to be designed to benefit all the so-called Negro, and that's all the Mississippi campaign. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what you're doing in your bedroom. I do have concern if you molesting a child and you raping somebody. That's different. Now, what you do in your bedroom, you and Lassie can get down all you want. I have no problem with that. That's between you and Rover. I don't care about that stuff. That's not what this is about. I'm not building a nation, so to speak. But nationhood, of course, would be an option as you become successful, as you go, as the future generations move down the road. That's not my prerogative. Because the people that I'm working with, that's not their mindset. I put Exodus in the title, Exodus Mississippi. That's not for us. That's for future generations to deal with as an option. Because the people, as you know, they don't have that mindset. And Exodus where? Where you going to go? We don't have nowhere to go. So where you going to Exodus to? But we can separate ourselves within this nation and begin to do our own thing. We can start doing that. And we can start thinking outside the box. New strategy, new mindset will create a new people. And that's what we need, a new people. Even in religious texts, it talks about the God bringing in a new heaven and a new earth, and the former things shall pass away. What we are and how we are, it must pass away. You got to let it go. But we like that. We like Lot's wife. She found something in Sodom and Gomorrah that she liked. So when she was given the order by the God, don't look back at the city, she couldn't help it. And according to the scripture, she was turned to a grain of salt or whatever.
Pillow salt.
Pillow salt. Yeah. See, a lot of us, even though we don't like it, a lot of this we love. See, I don't love nothing about none of this crap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind destroying all of it, start over from scratch, and build it. But some of us in this world, in this society, we like the money. We like easy booty. It's something about this society that we like. I don't like none of it.
And they want to be a star.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. They want to be a star.
Yeah, they want to be a star. You want to be on the star search. You know, you like the weed. There's something about this that you like. I don't like none of it. So it's easy for me for the former things to pass away because those former things was detrimental to me. I don't want it anyway. Bye. Good riddance to bad rubbish. But many of us, there's something here. And another thing, the former things, Kemetic stuff, that's former. Christianity, our religion, all this stuff, that's former. Gotta let it all go. Gotta let it go. It's the former thing. Even Elijah Muhammad said that the Islam that we have is not going to be in the hereafter. So they holding on to traditional Islam, nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad told you, is telling you, but you're not going to have that in the hereafter. See, on the other side is heaven. Do you understand? On the other side is heaven. So if you're going to go to heaven, there's no need for these other things. Those things were needed because your ass was sick. And you needed a crutch. But when you go to heaven, there's no racism. There's no need to be black and white and all these other things that we hold on to. Because now you're in heaven. There's no need for you to pray about heaven. You entering. You got heaven on earth. There's no need to believe in it, believe in it anymore, because now you live in it. So that's the former thing. I don't need that no more. I'm in heaven. I don't have to believe in it. I don't have to pray about it. I'm living it. So why do you need a Bible in heaven? Why do you need the Quran in heaven? Why do you need these things in heaven? You're living it now. You don't need those things no more. And that's what the Mississippi campaign is about, is to take our people to the promised land, take you to heaven. I might not get there with you, but you're going to get to the promised land. quote from Dr. Martin Luther King. But unfortunately, I can only see hell, truthfully. I'm sorry.
You tell me you can only see hell. Oh my goodness. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
I mean,
see, a lot of y'all thinking he talking about, you know, the biblical hell. No, we ain't talking about the biblical hell. We're not talking about that. We talking about a hellish future, like a hellish state of existence. That's what he talking about. I knew exactly what he was talking about. You can only see hell for us. I mean, black folks, not me and you, cause me and you, we ain't got that much time left. You know, I'm just saying, I got less than 50 years left on my time clock.
I have to
but
be
baby,
I have to be honest.
I feel you. I
want to be positive. I want to be positive and all like that. But this is the reality's temple on earth.
Yeah.
I really don't see that, because if I come out here and give this big speech how wonderful you are, you're gonna be in heaven, that's more church garbage.
Yeah.
There's more church, religious garbage, feel good mess, make you feel good. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to bring you reality, how things for really is. And truth hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Reality is hurt. That's why y'all escape reality with your weed and getting drunk and all the things that you do, watching TV 24 hours a day, stalking people, whatever.
Sex. Yeah, stalking folks and sex.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that.
Yeah. Don't have, you're working on such a low level. Low level. For human beings, we on a low level. We on such a level, even animals, if they could talk, they said, what are some pitiful, pathetic life forms. We're not supposed to be having sex anytime we feel like it. We are mammals, just like mammals have a certain season to go into heat and reproduce. We're supposed to do the same thing. The problem is when you become enslaved, it throws the body out of time, out of sync. And so now you just produce just for the hell of producing, like chickens. Chickens
trying to feel good.
You got chickens out here laying eggs just for the hell of it. What's up with that? You got cows making milk just for the hell, ain't having no babies, just making milk for the hell of it. Because they're out of their nature. They're out of their nature. It's unnatural for a cow just to keep making milk 24 hours a day. A cow's supposed to make milk when the baby's on the way and just enough milk to feed that baby when it get here. A chicken's supposed to be laying eggs just enough to keep the chicken population, not every damn day. But that's we are like that. We are out of our
laid up
because we're domesticated. We're enslaved. We're out
laid up having babies every time you look around. I'm like, oh.
You ain't supposed to be having no baby every year. That's what they did in slavery, because you're a damn domesticated animal, and that's how the slave master, that's how they make their money. A woman is supposed to have a baby and give herself at least 2 or 3 some years or whatever, give her body a chance to heal up for the next child. You're not a damn rabbit or a rat or a roach. They got us, but that's what happened when you're on the slave plantation.
Wow.
That's what happens when you're on a slave plantation. And that's all this is a slave plantation. And it's
big old slave plantation.
Got to come to a head one of these days, probably sooner than we think. I didn't think I'd be here for this COVID stuff. I might be messing around when all anarchy breaks out. I don't want to see that. But it's gonna happen. These people ain't that damn smart. Because you think the white man he's God and he can just keep everything under control. If the cracker had everything under control, you would have never had that little supposed to be insurrection they had a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have had that. They don't have things under control. They are getting dissatisfied also. But the difference between you and them is when white folks start getting dissatisfied like that, they pick up their guns, sticks, knives, and they start taking some for real action. They don't want to hear all that. Well, Jesus gonna... No, they use Jesus as inspiration to kill, slice your damn throat.
Wow.
That's what
they sure do.
That's what
sure do. That's what they do. That's true.
Give them the power.
That's true. Yeah.
To bomb your ass.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, they're not
historically they have used Christianity.
Yeah.
To conquer nations. Historically, that's the truth. Yeah.
That's what they do. That's how they roll.
Yeah, that's what they did. They've used Christianity to conquer nations, to conquer Africa. They used Christianity.
So why aren't we? Why don't we use our spirituality? Why don't we use our Comedicism and Nation of Islam stuff? How come we're not
liberate yourselves?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why aren't we able to do that?
Yes.
Because technically that's what ēt terna done. He used that Christianity, whatever, to give him the power to rebel against the slave masters.
Yeah.
But we're not using our spiritual
all that knowledge.
All that knowledge. And still on a damn
slave. Yeah.
It says, when you know the truth, it shall make or set you free. So apparently you don't have the truth because you still on a damn slave plantation.
Still a slave.
Because if you got the truth, it shall set or make you free. If you got the truth.
Economic slaves.
Economic slave? Hell,
with no chains around your neck.
Yeah,
but you're still a damn slave.
We
still a damn slave.
Prisons and jails all over this country.
Yeah.
Got to get up and go to work, whether you like it or not, and 8 hours, 40 hours, 50, 60 hours. And a lot of us brag about that too. I worked 60 hours last week. What? You worked 60 hours? I would be bragging about that. So if you worked 60 hours last week, where your swimming pool and your mansion, you working all hard. You working hard like that, you deserve a mansion. Swimming pools and
you should be living in a mansion.
Yeah, you should be living in a mansion. But you're not, because you're getting ripped. You're living with parasites. So you should want to let go of the former things. They're detrimental to you. Let that go. Start from scratch. Do something new. And the only way I know that we can do it to get things started. And as Allah says in the Quran, you ask Allah and pray to Allah to keep us on the right path. The right path is this train track called the Mississippi Campaign. Get on the soul train. That's the only thing I can see. I don't see nothing else. Everything else is too damn slow. You need something to do something now. I said this in my conclusion in reference to time. They say with the Lord or with God, a day is as 1,000 years with the Lord. I don't have no time to wait no damn 1,000 years. You waiting on this God to do something in a few days? That means 2,000 years. God tell you, well, I'll be there in 2 days. That's 2,000 years in the eyes of the Lord. I don't have time to be waiting on this fella. We got to do something on our own. We got to take our destiny in our own hands, like the thing was we had for Soul Liberation Day, which is playing on Sister Nova's channel right now. It's playing. It should be playing live. Well, yeah, it should be playing live on Sister Nova's channel. If you haven't watched it, watch it again on Sister Nova's channel, Soul Liberation Day 2021. So, damn, we got another troll. Now, some of these trolls are not Alquan. I don't know where they come from, but some of these trolls just come from out of nowhere. Can't blame everything on Alquan. Alquan is good, but it can't blame everything. Because I've had it where so many trolls were just coming. I'm like, it's impossible for them to be one person like that. But I heard that you can get software. You can buy software just to troll with, that you can do stuff like that. I heard that. That's sad if you want to invest in something like that, but you want to invest in your liberation, your true freedom.
Want to invest in your liberation.
That's a shame. But you invest in a gadget or some software.
Y'all, they kings though. They kings,
with no kingdom. Queens with no kingdom. Gods with no power. Goddesses with no power. But you feel good though. They feel good. That's some good weed. That's some good beer. That's some good, whatever they offer to, And that was a good donut. I done ate 12 of them already, whatever, So on that note, I suggest that we get on the soul train, that we share and like and subscribe to Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. If you don't know what that's about, start with the promo video and work yourself around the other videos and try to get an understanding and study the plan just like you would study anything else. And if you need clarification, you can come here and ask us to clarify certain things that you don't understand. But it's so simple. I really don't see the need for it. But for some of us, I guess that's necessary. So subscribe and like and share the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. Also, our sister has a book called God is on Trial. Support our sister in her work. God is on Trial. It's available on Amazon and Kindle for $3.99 on Kindle and $13.99 on Amazon, I believe. Yeah, that's true. And also, I haven't got no kind of response, but I was talking about the highway billboard fund for Operation Exodus Mississippi. I didn't get no kind of response from nobody. Want to make a pledge to that effort. Putting up some billboards on the highways of Mississippi, I-55, I-55 going through Jackson and I-20 going through Jackson. That would be nice, because if we really want people to know, we have to do things in order to get them to know, and that billboard will cause people to talk. What is that about? What is Operation Exodus Mississippi? What is that? You know, when they pass it by and see that the big old sign, what is that? And they might go look it up so they can see it. You know, email anybody. If you get any kind of email address, put the promotional video in there and send it to them. Do whatever we can, because people cannot make a decision on what they don't know. So I think that's all we have as far as the announcement is concerned. Also, I want to continue to thank you for my medical fund. And right now, I want to officially end that campaign. I'm feeling much better. I expect I might be able to go back to work sometime next month or earlier the month after. But I'm almost ready. I feel like I'm ready to go back to work. And I want to thank everybody for donating. And you can always donate to this effort. You don't have to donate to me because I got sick. You can donate to me to help us with getting these billboards and really doing something to help our people, to try to get us out of this rut so that we can create our heaven. Not wait for a spaceship, not wait for some Holy Ghost. We can create and build heaven on earth ourselves. We don't need no help. All the tools are available. And if you believe in God, what you think God gave you a brain for? You already been blessed. God bless you with a brain. God bless you with hands. Now let's get to building. Jesus himself was a carpenter. That means he was a builder. So with that said, I thank everybody, even the trolls, for coming to help the view count go up. Thank you, trolls, for that. Thank you for those on Facebook. Thank you for those who are listening, those in the chat room, and everybody. And of course, Sister Noble, for bringing us this topic. I thank her for contributing today for that. And until next time, as our soul brother Don Cornelius used to always say, as in parting, I wish us love, peace, and soul.